Hey everybody, it's me, Charles Davis, here for another weekly update to Sci-Fi Radio Theater for our new horror sci-fi radio drama we're working on called Nocturnal. Things have gone well this week. I have a lot of good updates to give you. So last week, I talked about how I sort of made a giant mess up, which was true, where we recorded most of episode 5, but I had plugged the mic in incorrectly, or I had set the mic settings up incorrectly, and it was recording through the computer mic instead of the condenser mic, so that was a bit of a moment. And basically what we did this week with recording with Georgia, at least recording-wise, was we went back and re-recorded what we had lost. So we are now completely done with recording episode 5, so that's great news. We have recording sessions scheduled this week for Monday and for Thursday, so hopefully we'll be able to bang out episodes 6 and 7, if we're lucky. And then we'll just have one more episode left to do, and then we'll be completely done with recording. So that's good. So we're essentially 3 recording sessions away, I'm hoping, unless things end up taking longer, which they sometimes do, you don't know. But the goal is to have everything done within the next 3 sessions, probably 4 at the most, maybe 5 if it's really slow. But I'm hoping we can get it done. I'm really hoping we can get it done within the next 2 weeks, which would be magic. And then we did a lot of editing. I did a lot of editing this week as well, too. Right now I'm working on splicing together episode 1, and I had very good progress there. I am almost completely done, absolutely completely done with splicing episode 1. And the splicing part is when I actually take the dialogue and all the recordings of the dialogue and basically splice it, as it sounds, splice it together, edit it together, and basically make everyone sound like they're talking to each other and set all that up so it sort of flows the way I want it to flow. And then after that's all set up, I go back in through and I do all the mixing, like the levels and all that stuff, and then I add the sound effects, which includes like the background setting sound effects and the foreground, like people walking, people opening doors, things like that type sound effects. So we're almost done with, basically we're almost done 1/3 of the editing of episode 1, so that's great. And then I do the mixing and the sound effects, both background and foreground, all at the same time. I do all those steps at the same time. I found it's just faster that way. So that's the next thing. And then what I'm trying to decide right now, what I might do actually is, I'm trying to decide if I want to go right into doing sound effects and music and all that stuff, and mixing episode 1 after I'm done splicing it, or if I want to go right into and start splicing episode 2 and get all the splicing of the episodes done first and then go back and do sound effects. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of going back and forth about how I want to do that. I think I might be leaning towards going in and just splicing everything first and then going back and doing sound effects. When I did it last time, I completely finished an episode before I went and moved on to the next episode and started splicing it. So I don't know. I'm wondering if that saved time or if that didn't save time. I guess in the end of the day, it's probably it's all the same thing, but I'm also feeling that since my brain is in splicing mood right now, I should just keep rolling along with it. I'm trying to feel out my mood as I'm editing, which is a big thing with editing just because it's such an arduous task. You kind of have to feel out your mood, so I don't know. I might forego moving into the sound effects and go right into just continuing splicing until I get sick of splicing, then go and do sound effects, and when I'm done sick of doing sound effects, I'll continue splicing the rest of the episodes, or I don't know. I'll have to feel how I'm feeling. I'll feel it out. Anyway, that's about the news update for this week. So things have been going well, and we hopefully will continue to move ahead. We're moving ahead at a normal pace now. Things have been slowed down, but pace has picked back up, and we're moving at a nice normal pace now. So that's very nice and gratifying. And yeah, that's about it. So I guess I'll talk to you guys next week, and hopefully have some more good news with progress. So thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, you can tweet them at me at SF Radio Theater. That's at SF Radio Theater, or at my personal Twitter at Dasegad, at DASEGAD. Or you can email me at sci-fi-radiotheater@gmail.com. That's sci-fi-radiotheater@gmail.com. And if you want me to answer a question or anything on this weekly podcast / vlog where I just do the news updates, let me know. And all right, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.